Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Sunday. We got 9 matchups on this NBA slate today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And go ahead and sign up with ParlayPlay if you guys like betting on NBA player props. Get $10 just for signing up to get in on the action. Simple over-unders. I think you guys will enjoy it. Go ahead and build up that bankroll and get a nice cash out. Yeah, we'll hop into it. 9 matchups starting with the Miami Heat versus the Detroit Pistons. Heat opening up as 6-point favorites with the over-under at 204. The last 10 head-to-head, Miami 7-3. 4-4-2 covering in those matchups. The over has hit in 6 out of the last 10 meetings. The last 10 for Miami, they are 5-5 in their last 10. Detroit 0-10 in their last 10. Miami, no Jimmy Butler Sunday. Tyler Hero is out. Tyler Hero is questionable. Morris is out. I mean, every NBA team is dealing with so many injuries. It's almost just impossible to really even make any picks on any game. You get sudden injuries. It's kind of nuts. Miami 4-1 covering in their last 5. 5-1 in their last 6 against Detroit. Detroit 0-7 at home. I mean, even though Miami's going to be missing some players, they've still been pretty solid. 4-1 in their last 5, and that is with a lot of these players being out. And we're taking Miami -6. Honestly, with the way things are going, it's hard to trust any kind of spread here, but we'll take them on the money line -6. Your best bet's just making little money line parlays, honestly. So many players out, it's hard for teams to cover spreads, but against this Detroit team, definitely think Miami's going to get the win. Take them -6, take them on the money line. Next matchup, we have the Portland Trail Blazers versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies opening up as 4-point favorites with the over-under at 220. Last 3 head-to-head, Portland 2-1. 2-1 covering the spread. The over is just 0-3. Portland 2-8 in their last 10. Memphis 9-1 in their last 10. One of those was a 113-103 win over the Blazers just a few days ago. Portland 0-5 on the road. Memphis 9-2 covering in their last 11. 5-1 at home. Love Memphis. They've already beat up on this Portland team here. And you get Memphis at home playing great basketball. I mean, they're honestly playing just as good as anybody in the league in the last 10, 12 games. Rolling with Memphis -4, money line on the at home. Next matchup, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks opening up as 5-point favorites with the over-under at 220. The last 3 head-to-head, Cleveland 2-1. 2-1 covering. And the over has hit in 0 out of the last 3 matchups. Evan Mobley and Okoro didn't play Saturday. We'll see if they play Sunday. I mean, we'll see what happens. Cleveland 8-2 in their last 10. Atlanta 4-6 in their last 10. The Cavs 24-5-1 covering the spread here. Just a crazy spread team. This Atlanta team really just hasn't been playing good basketball here, and rolling with the Cavs. They've been amazing on the spread, which is unbelievable. We'll see if Mobley and Okoro play. Hopefully they do play. That'd be really nice. Either way, I like Cavs +5 on the road against this Hawks team that just hasn't really looked that good here. Taking Cleveland plus the points. Next matchup, we have the Charlotte Hornets versus the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix opening up as 8-point favorites with the over-under at 226.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Phoenix 2-1. 0-3 covering the spread. And the over is just hit in 1 of the last 3 matchups. Charlotte 3-7 in their last 10. Phoenix 8-2 in their last 10. Charlotte, 6-2 covering in their last 8 games. But just 3-7 in their last 10. Been able to cover, but aren't winning games. Phoenix 18-2 in their last 20. 10-0 at home. Rolling with Phoenix here, especially at home. Charlotte's been really great at covering so far, which has been pretty crazy. Still taking Phoenix -8. Add them to your money line parlay. That's probably the bigger thing, but we're rolling with Phoenix here at home. Next matchup, we have the Dallas Mavericks versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota opening up as 3.5-point favorites with the over-under at 214. Last three head-to-head, Dallas 2-1, 1-2 covering the spread. The over has hit in the last three matchups. Still no Luka. Bullock's out. Willie Cauley-Stein out. Green. I mean, so many guys are out for the Mavs, and really nobody's out. Well, Anthony Edwards is out for Minnesota. So many teams and players have COVID. It's just so hard. It's just going to be a really tough season here to really even pick any games, honestly. You just got to try your best. 4-6 in their last 10 for the Mavs. Minnesota 5-5 in their last 10. Dallas 8-3 covering against Minnesota. 5-1 in their last 6 against Minnesota. 4-1 covering on the road against Minnesota. Minnesota 1-4 covering at home. Yeah, not in love with this matchup here. I like the Mavs plus 3.5 on the road. Minnesota lost, one of their best scorers, Anthony Edwards. Dallas definitely lost some depth on the road here, but still got Brunson and Porzingis. They're pretty much carrying the load here for the Mavs. Tim Hardaway. I like the Mavs on the road here, plus 3.5. Next matchup, we have the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers opening up as 5.5-point favorites with the over-under at 210. The last three matchups, Philly 2-1, 1-2 covering the spread. The over is just 0-3 in the last three meetings. Embiid is questionable for this matchup. Be sure to check his status here. Hopefully he does play. That's all we can do is hope. Pelicans 5-5 in their last 10. Philly 5-5 in their last 10 too. They've had a rough last couple games. Pelicans 1-6 in their last 7 against Philly. Philly 6-1 at home against the Pelicans. That's probably the best stat they have going for them right now. They have not looked really good as of late here. I think a good matchup with this Pelicans team is a good recipe for Philly to get a nice win. Hopefully Embiid plays. That's going to be huge here. If Embiid plays, we're taking Philly minus 5.5 and money line at home. All right, next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Chicago Bulls. Bulls opening up as 4.5-point favorites with the over-under at 216.5. The last three head-to-head, Lakers 2-1, 1-2 covering the spread. The over has hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. Both teams, crazy amounts of injuries. No Anthony Davis, Ariza, Howard, Bradley, Monk, all questionable. Tucker's questionable too. Lakers 6-4 in their last 10. Chicago 5-5 in their last 10. Lakers 5-0 against Chicago on the road. 8-1 in their last 9 against Chicago. Both teams, playing solid basketball, just dealing with so many injuries and COVID injuries. COVID. It's crazy. The NBA is crazy right now. Honestly, as long as I do see DeMar DeRozan is probable, so that's a good sign for Bulls fans. As long as LeBron and Westbrook are playing, I'm taking the plus 4.5 on the road. The Bulls are just getting the minus, the favorite because they're at home here. Not really because they've been the better team. Both teams have been playing in a 10-game sample size. They've been about the same here. Lakers been a little bit better. We'll take Lakers plus 4.5. If I can get LeBron plus 4.5 on the road, I'm going to do it every time against a Bulls team that's still good, but missing tons of people as well on both sides. Taking the Lakers plus 4.5 on the road. All right, next matchup, we had the San Antonio Spurs versus the Sacramento Kings. Spurs opening up as 3.5-point favorites with the over-under at 222.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Spurs 3-0, 3-0 covering the spread. The over has hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. Spurs 6-4 in their last 10. Sacramento just 4-6 in their last 10. Spurs 8-3 covering the spread in their last 11. 4-1 covering against Sacramento. Sacramento 1-4 in their last 5. 4-16 at home against the Spurs. No major injuries for the Spurs. Sacramento got a lot of COVID questions. Mitchell, King, Davis, Bagley, Fox, Len, all questionable for this game here. Yeah, I like the Spurs. Minus 3.5 on the road, money line. Probably money line, honestly. Spread, they're just crazy to trust. Taking the Spurs, relatively healthy right now, surprisingly, with all the people with COVID and injuries. And Spurs, they pretty much dominated head to head here. We're rolling with the Spurs, minus 3.5 money line on the road. All right, guys, and that's going to do it for the video. There's supposed to be the Nuggets versus the Nets. It's literally the morning after, which never happens, and there is still zero information on that game. No idea if it's getting played, so we're just not going to bother with that game. Nets dealing with over 10 plus players on COVID. Maybe that game gets canceled. I don't know. If it ends up not getting canceled, just wasn't meant to be today. If you want to bet on the Nets and Nuggets, you're going to have to do your own research on that game. I'm not going to sit around and wait for that game. So, yeah, so that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.